Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for this upcoming week of June 22nd through June 28th, 2025. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. Now, this is the sequel to my other #1 Amazon International bestseller, which is One True Home, Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. Both of these books can be found on Amazon in print, Kindle, as well as in audiobook form on Audible. I also have a children's book for all ages about how we do not die and we are divine and eternal, and that one is Angels of Faith. To find out more information about my Angel Healing House services, to find out more about these extraordinary channeled books, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'd like to thank those people who have liked and shared, subscribed to my Claire Candy Huff YouTube channel. And if you become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and you will receive notifications when I upload new videos. I'd also like to thank those people who have made donations for my free inspirational content. Now, if you would like to donate, please find my PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my contact details. Now, here on Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do pull runes sometimes, Lenormand cards, tarot cards, oracle cards, but we always check in first. Where? To the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting us. And to start off with, we're going to take a quick glance backward yesterday to June 20th, when the sun said its fond farewell to Taurus the bull and a big hello to Cancer crab season. A very happy birthday to all you crabs out there. The sign of Cancer is most associated with deep, deep emotions. It's also associated with our home, family, how we self-care. But it's also an initiator, being one of the cardinal signs along with Libra, Capricorn, and Aries. It's a time now to honor our feelings, initiating us to take action, venture into new territory, and to get out of our shells and go on more adventures. Unlike the very grounded energies of Taurus, Cancer season invites us to go deep within ourselves, our ancestral, our generational roots, and see if we still have energies that are interfering with our sense of our security and our safety. This deep emotional going within is just to see if there is anything we still need to reconcile and find closure with through unconditional love, compassion, and forgiveness. Anything that no longer resonates with who we have elevated in our consciousness, who we have evolved and now become. I mentioned in last week's video that Cancer season does give us permission to return to the mother, mothering ourselves and the renewal of our heart's energies. Although Cancers do have a reputation of being extremely soft, extremely sensitive, and they get their feelings easily hurt. But because they are a cardinal sign, they also have a lot of courage, bravery, boldness, and strength to be their own authentic selves. And you know this if you ever have confronted a crab and you've been pinched by one. Feeling safe, secure, listened to, honored, whole, and complete can only occur when we turn within and we give ourselves the mothering, that we always longed for. If you're wondering if there are still any negative, hidden, trapped emotions that are unconsciously steering your life in the direction of things like lack, scarcity, low self-worth, or not being able to manifest your desires, then my deep emotional code sessions have had remarkable results for my clients, clearing out those hidden trapped emotions from their ancestral and generational lines, those things that they didn't even know that they were carrying around, and those trapped emotions that were negatively steering their lives and interfering with their ability to manifest their dreams and desires. So remember to go on my website and look more into the emotion code sessions and see if this is something which you resonate with. My website is angelhealinghouse.com. Now, yesterday was not only the changing from Taurus to Cancer season, but it was the summer solstice, which marks the moment of maximum sunlight, maximum daylight, symbolizing the victory of light over dark, and is very much reflective of what is happening on our planet. It's a time not only to honor the life force of the sun by celebrating the fullness of life, but also of our most radiant, illuminating potential. The Posse of Angels is suggesting that we bask in the light, both figuratively and also literally, and embrace its vitality and our own victory and triumph over darkness. Now, in many cultures, they lit bonfires and feasts to salute the sun. Others may choose to bring balance and harmony to their life, their light, and increase their light in their body, mind, and spirit by sitting in contemplation, reflection, and meditation, focusing on all the light in their life and all the blessings that they have. Then on June 25th, we begin a new lunar cycle with a new moon in Cancer that invites us to plant new seeds for our heart-centered visions of just what we wish would manifest for our new timelines. But this moon is greatly different from previous new moons because of the elevated and evolved levels that many in the collective have now reached. Because many have reached a level of heightened alignment and inner security regardless of what is happening in their external worlds, they have found the high vibrational stillness within, where they have reconnected with their divine eternal natures. Now, the Posse of Angels and I have spoken about your divine, powerful, sovereign, multidimensional, divine, eternal nature. We've been speaking about this for 22 years, ever since I, Angel Ariel, walked into Claire Candy's body, and each one of us is divine. Each one of us is holy and divine, made in the reflection of God's source creator. And when we come from this energy of our divinity, we reach our full potential, and there is nothing that we cannot do, be, and have. But having done so, having reconnected with our divine eternal natures, then heaven on earth begins to manifest for us externally. It manifests in our relationships, romantic, business, friendships. It manifests for us in the work that we do, in the places we live, in our feeling of peace and power within, in so many ways. So, and if you're interested in how you can connect with your divine eternal nature, again, please give me a call at Angel Healing House, and that number is below. One of the most significant aspects of this new moon coming up is the proximity to Jupiter, which is exalted in the nurturing water sign of Cancer. Of course, Jupiter is the sign of good luck, good fortune, and also expansion. Now, this expansion can see us starting something new, in one or more area of our lives. This may be realized by meeting new connections, who we will then collaborate with on new projects. It could see many being presented with new places and locations to live, locations to move to. To help us best utilize this new moon's energies, well, my angelic family, who I'm part of, the posse of angels, is suggesting reconnecting with those things that feel most in resonance for our bodies, for our homes, our locations, for our relationships. This is why in recent past videos, the posse of angels suggested to spring clean this summer and get rid of anything and everything that no longer is in alignment and no longer feels good for you. And we know when something is not in alignment with us, it either makes us feel good or it makes us feel not so good. In the days surrounding this new moon, many in the collective may have felt like something is shifting, perhaps a feeling like a chapter is closing and a new one is beginning, even if we can't see any tangible results. Now, to round out this very last week of June, on the 26th, we have Mercury, the planet of communication, entering Leo. And this brings an energy shift that affects more than just communication, as it activates our deeply felt emotions in our hearts and also in our throat chakras. I don't think I've ever met Leo the lion who has any problem expressing expressing themselves. With this transit in Leo, it's providing us with the impetus to speak authentically. And there might be some who say to express ourselves by roaring unashamedly to the world. Now, yes, it might be lighting a fire under many of us to own our stories, to own our powerful, divine, eternal natures, and to own our purpose as to why we incarnated at this monumental time of Earth as she enters her next golden age. Use these ramped up energies now to express yourself with great authenticity, great passion, and great creativity. Now, to gain additional messages, the posse of angels directed me to this beautiful oracle deck. It's called Dream Song. It's by Angie Sullins, and she's made such extraordinary decks. Beautiful, beautiful messages. The first card that came out in this very small story was this first card, which is number 42, which is a 6. 6 is the number of harmony, joy, and balance after the rocky road of number 5s. Now, look at the card. We see a lady holding a small stag with birds in its antlers. This card reminds me of what my husband Pete and I saw over the last few days. When we arrived home, we looked out in the backyard, and there was a large doe who was sitting in the tall grasses. And this was very strange, as we never saw deer just sit there before. It was a very hot and humid day, and she sat for the longest time, enjoying the bountiful summer grasses and the cool shade of the trees. Now, deer is a sign of being gentle and not so quick to try and push the river of life to our ego or our expectations to go any faster and to change its course, depending on our will. The posse of angels wish us to know with the pulling of this card that we are always exactly where we need to be, and are so darn fixated on our ego's expectation that we don't take the time to enjoy the blessing of a human life and the present moment. Which is so very important, because by enjoying the present moment and observing it, then we are creating our future. As I watched this deer, I felt drawn to this message that we as humans may readily give our others our compassion, But we rarely give ourselves that love. The posse of angels is sharing that this moment in our evolution, we need to practice acts of loving kindness to ourselves. An exercise to do this is to put your arms around yourself. Hug yourself with all the tenderness you can manage. Something beautiful to do in this mothering season of Cancer. You are the only you in the entire universe, and as such, you have a divine, inherent value. Treasure you with kind, compassionate words, thoughts, and self-care actions. Now, the day after we saw the deer sitting in the grass, we saw her come very close to our front porch. She looked in the window at us with love in her eyes, without any fear. This made both of our hearts swell with this heavenly connection. Beautiful reminder of staying in the now and loving ourselves. The next card is, what number is that? 25. We go from a 6 to a 7. Kick up your heels. And that is exactly what she looks like she's doing with that rabbit underneath her. It is time, its message is it's time to celebrate. If you have a particular reason, achievement, or success, you're invited to take the time to celebrate. Rather than rushing off to accomplish the next thing on your list, and we've all been guilty of that. Once we do something, we turn our attention to the next thing to do. Now, this is more of a confirmation of that soft, gentle, compassionate, dear energy. After all, we are human beings, not human doings. The posse of angels is saying that even if you think that you don't have anything to celebrate, anyone on the planet who has survived and endured what we went through as a planet, as a collective over the last 5 years, with the amount of lies and deception and corruption that were forced on us, and all that is being revealed now, well, we deserve to celebrate ourselves and giving ourselves much credit. So do kick your heels up. Celebrate life. Celebrate going from darkness to light and all the things and all the blessings that you have in your life. Beautiful, beautiful cards there. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to go to my Angel Healing House tarot deck. And yes, that's me. Angel Ariel on the back. And I've chosen 5. I've chosen 5 cards, and I also chose 5 clarifiers from the same deck to see what cards and what messages are coming out for us this week. Okay, the first card that's coming out for us is this one, the beautiful Strength card. Now, when I have taught tarot in the past, I remind my students that the Strength card in traditional tarot was always the breakthrough card. This is our strength as a breakthrough and a reward coming in for all the times that we were courageous and bold and brave and strong, even if it was just strong enough to keep going and keep enduring. And the clarifier that came out for that is, if we hold it like this, is our 10 of Cups card. Is the rewards, the sunshine, the lollipops and roses, the emotional fulfillment that is coming in for money, the love that they are craving, the dream home, the incredible job, the like-minded community that we get to collaborate with, the perfect health, and the financial security for our long-term monetary stability. So if we read it like this, our first card, our general situation, is that going into this month of July, and the posse of angels just said to me, and for the second half of the year, which is going to be very, very different from the first 6 months, is this emotional fulfillment that is coming in as wish fulfillment for many in the collective. The next card in the position, what we should focus on is this card, which is the Ace of Wands. It's a beginning around our vision, our jobs, our careers, our opportunities. That yet again, they allow us to contribute, to be of the highest service in this golden age of light on planet Earth as it evolves into a planet of light, doing something that we adore and we're passionate about, and pairing that is with its clarifier is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is that card of being noted for your skills, your abilities, your craftsmanship, your talent, and that people want to collaborate with you, want to connect and utilize your services. So, the Ace of Wands, and we see the butterfly there as transforming the way that we had our careers or jobs before. Yes, we might be using aspects of those to do what we love doing. This lady obviously loves making cakes, and the cat can't wait to pounce on a couple of them. But those things that we adore. And don't worry if you haven't figured that out yet, because the universe, your spirit guides, and your angels, God, Source, Creator, are aligning your way of being of service in this golden age, because Spirit knows you better than you know yourself. And it will not only tick all the boxes, but it will be better than you possibly ever could imagine. Next, so we're focusing on our new way, our new careers, jobs, opportunities, or the things that we will be doing. Next, in the area of our challenge comes this card, is the Chariot. Now, the Chariot is a card of movement. It's a card of travel. It's a card of recognition, triumph, victory, being recognized, rewarded, or promoted. So how can that be a challenge? Well, when it comes in with the clarifier of the star, this means that many people, after being quiet for such a long time, may be thrust into the spotlight. And with this card of movement, maybe many of those things that you wished for, many things of wish fulfillment, will come in at the same time. And we'll need to prioritize and give our attention to those the things that are most important. And we might feel very flustered being recognized, being seen after so long of thinking, okay, I was forgotten, I was abandoned, nothing was happening for me. But as others turn to us and give us that recognition, the guidance, and ask us our guidance, our assistance and help, perhaps with this recognition, will come more responsibilities, and that may be a challenge for many as life, the pace of life really does pick up. Next, in the area of what our angels wish to tell us is this card, which is the Lovers. Now, the Lovers came in now because it was clarified by not only, I call them the peanut butter and jelly cards, when the cards come out together and they get like stuck together, although I don't eat peanut butter and jelly, and I certainly don't eat while I'm using my cards. But the Lover's card was then clarified by not only the Death card, but by another card of movement, which is the Knight, this one, the Knight of Wands. Now, in this situation, with the angel, you can see in my design here. Sorry, let's get this front and center, with my design here with the angel spreading her wings over the two lovers. The angels wish us to know that what is coming in for so many is destined, is fated, is karmic. We wrote it into our contracts to experience. That is, if we ever survived the last 5 years. Whatever this is, and it may be multiple things for many, is divinely yours, and you're not in competition with anyone for this position. All we need to do is to be ourselves, our authentic selves. And then the more we are in resonance with this destined position, the more the frequencies will line up and the more they will come to us. Now, there are two cards of movement here. Of course, the death card, which is which is a transformation card, which is a movement from what is no longer serving us to now she's surrendering herself to the angel, to the highest possible evolvement of her soul, and also the other card of movement here, which is of course, the Knight of Wands. The ants in the pants knight who just wants to go, travel and move and get going. The posse of angels is sharing to clean out your closets. Again, give away unwanted things, as you could be one of those people in a collective traveling and moving to your next location of being of highest service. So that's what the advice from our angels is at this time, is that what is coming up in for us is destined and karmic. There's nothing that you have to force or do now in order for that to come in for you. Next card that is coming in for us, and the final card, is the Ace of Swords. Now, there are two breakthrough cards in a tarot deck. One is the Strength, which was the breakthrough card in traditional tarot, and the Ace of Swords. Now, with the swords being all about our mental clarity, many will not only know what they'll be doing, but where they'll be creating and passionately being of greatest service. And for the second time in this reading, we have two clarifying cards, two peanut butter and jelly cards that came out to clarify the Ace of Wands, which is the Eight of Wands. The Ace of Swords, which is the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Wands. Now, the Six of Wands is yet again another victory card. This is a card of victory. This is a card of breakthrough victory. This is a card of breakthrough victory. They're all breakthrough cards now that we've gone through the solstice, now that we've gone through this first 6 months out of the year. We're ready for this swift communication to come in with the Eight of Wands, with Mercury in Leo roaring its way in for us to experience our victory. Six of Wands is victory, it's triumph, it's our rewards, it's a recognition, it's promotion, could be promotion. But this is a card of recognition, being in the spotlight. This is a card, there are so many cards here about recognition and rewards coming in for us now. So the best thing that we can do is stay in the present moment. Allow the universe to send us those signs. And this reading reminds me of all the license plates that Pete and I have seen. We've gone from seeing triples to seeing quadruples of so many different license plates. 4 numbers of 8888, 9999, 2222. It's just amazing how many licenses we said. And it's the connection. Things finally, all the dots connecting, coming together. I was in deep conversation on a drive with the posse of angels, they refuse to give me details of what and who will be manifesting for me, but because they want me to be surprised, basically. But then a license plate passed me with the letters B P R E P R D. Be prepared. And lastly, let's go to our divine feathers. Lovely, lovely concept for this deck that shows feathers on the back, or feathers on one side, birds on the other side, and their corresponding birds. The first card that flew out for us is Starling, and the second one was the Flicker. Starling and Flicker. Now, for those who have done so much internal healing and clearing and cleansing and transmuting and transforming our ancestral and our generational wounding, the Starling comes in to inspire next our social side. Okay? Many have felt like they've been cocooned and isolated for years. And after spending so much of our time just in cocoon mode, the Starling is now calling us to step out in the world, express ourselves, and shine our unique radiance. In the second half of 2025, many in the collective will be reevaluating their sense of community ties and finding a landing place that feels welcoming and loving and supportive. There are many in the spiritual communities that have experienced former relationships dropping away, and this was necessary if they did not resonate and align with our energies anymore. A client once said to me that her circle of friends had become a dot. This incoming and encouraging community will help many to use their unique gifts, and it'll be a win-win situation for all that you'll be connecting to, and in many cases, you'll be collaborating with this like-minded community. Now, the Flicker is our next bird, and the Flicker brings the message that new rhythms are entering our lives, and we are encouraged to use our intuitions, if it feels right, to trust what is sent our way. In many ways, the Flicker is the master drummer, as it brings awareness to what will be manifesting, what will be moving and growing in our lives. The Flicker's voice connects with different rhythms, cultures of the world. There are some in the collective who will be offered international overseas opportunities to broaden their lives and showcase their unique gifts. Well, the posse of angels wish for us to follow the natural rhythm of change at this time, because it'll help us to get over the formidable hurdle of self-limitation. The change that is coming in for many will be positive, expansive, and a very wonderful movement forward for many in the collective. The Starling says, new is the time to get out into the world and connect in authentic ways. And the Flicker is new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and adapt. And the change that will be coming in will be for your highest good, not only for your highest good, but for the greatest good of all. That just about wraps the reading up for today. I hope that's been helpful for everyone. Remember that Walk-In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom airs every week on Saturdays. If you are interested in those remarkable ancestral and generational healing sessions with the emotion code, it's helped so many people to finally acknowledge those hidden trapped emotions that they didn't even know were negatively steering their lives and stopping them from manifesting their dreams. Please connect with my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. Go out, everyone, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. And I do look so forward to speaking with you again next week. Have an incredible week. Take care, everyone. Bye.